Marty Cesario here with the state champion Pomona Panthers. We're at the home of Big Black. We're going to talk to head coach Jay Madden in a moment. Right now we're talking with running back Max Borghi and quarterback Ryan Marcus. And guys, we're a couple of days out from Championship Saturday and that experience. Max, now what's going through your head? How's that feeling for you?
It still hasn't quite sunk in. We did something really big here. We've been going for it for a couple of years, and it feels good to finally do it.
Ryan, when Max says it hasn't sunk in yet, I mean, why is that? What does it take you to process exactly what you guys accomplished?
When you go to the state championship 3 times and then it's your last time, you don't have another shot, it's a really surreal feeling to come out on top with all your teammates after fighting for so many years. So that's kind of why it hasn't sunk in. It doesn't quite feel real yet. So we're happy that it happened that way, but we're just waiting for it to sink in now.
And Ryan, we'll stick with you. I mean, you mentioned the 3 consecutive years being in the championship game. You were the starting quarterback each and every year.
Yes, sir.
Took 2 losses and eventually got the win. What was it that you had to get through to eventually get that trophy?
Well, every year we had to fight through adversity, and our sophomore year, we had that game wrapped up, but we made a couple mistakes here and there all across the board. And so that one hurt. And then my junior year, we were going in without very many bullets. We still fought and we played our hearts out, but it's hard to go into a championship game with like 3 or 4 of your top guys out from the season. So we just all stayed healthy this year, and we really came together at the end of the year. And it was a crazy game, a lot of ups and downs, but it feels really good to finally get it done.
All right, so when Ryan mentions that the bullets were missing in the 2016 title game, you were one of those guys that were out. You were on crutches during last year's championship game, and then you tie in the fact that you came into this year's Championship Saturday having lost 2 in a row at Mile High Stadium. How much did all of that play into how you approached the football game this year?
Yeah, losing as a sophomore, that stung. We came close, and so that just kind of pushed me for the next season. So all of junior year, took it week by week, and unfortunately I went down in the quarterfinal game. So we knew we didn't have our weapons, but they went out there and did everything they could. But it's hard to win a game without 4 of your starting guys. But that fueled me for this year, and I took it week by week. We all took it week by week. We focused on just our jobs, but going out there, the game was a roller coaster, but with all the ups and downs, we're glad that we came out on top.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster, Ryan. I mean, you talk about 1,255 combined total yards. You guys had 683 of total offense. Why were you guys so electric on Championship Saturday?
I mean, we've been electric all year. We have studs all across the board, so there's not one guy you can key out. And if Eagle Crest was trying to stop Max, that was going to open up a lot of passing lanes for all of our receivers. And our receivers did that. We had 5 throwing touchdowns, so we took it to the air, but Max still had a great game on the ground, 3 touchdowns. And that's just the kind of team we are. We're a big play team, and we moved the ball down the field very fast, and so did they. That's why it was such a high-scoring game. And you got to give respect to them because they played their hearts out too.
Yeah, 56 points for you, and you were still challenged up until the end, right? You know, you talk about Billy Pospisil, Riley Govin, David Ross, you know, your receivers, you guys were all clicking, but then you mentioned a stud like Max. From your perspective, from behind, watching what he does as he operates running the football, what's that like?
It's unbelievable. No one's going to see a running back like this for a long time. But when you hand the ball off and you carry out your fake and you look downfield and there's the last 4 guys on the defense there, you know he's going for at least another 20 or 40 because no one can keep up. So he's got this 5-yard burst that no one else has, and he runs right by people. And then this year he was powerful enough to start running through people, so that was fun to watch too.
Well, no one kept up on Championship Saturday. You guys got it done. I want to say congratulations. You're seniors, and you got that final W. Ryan Marcus, Max Borghi, they are state champions, and now we'll talk to their head coach. So let's talk to the head coach. He's a state champion. Head coach Jay Madden with us. First, say congratulations. Sense of relief with you, right? We talked during the week of Championship Saturday, you know, and I talked about the look in their eyeballs, a little something extra for you personally, a little bit of pressure that you had to do this. Why was that? And talk about some of the pressure that you had to deal with as a head coach.
Well, when you get as close as we've been the last 8 or 9 years, and it just keeps not happening. Then you start feeling like, is it ever going to happen? And these kids deserved it. So you want to do everything in your power as a coach and give them every bullet that you can give them so they have a chance to win this thing and feel what it feels like to be a champion and write the story the way they want to.
Why do you think it had to happen?
I just think, we were talented enough. We deserved it the first year, but we didn't get it. Then the next year we get all the bad breaks and we don't get it. And then this year everything kind of lined up, everything worked out, but we had a great Eagle Crest team facing us and we almost didn't get it, but it wasn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard. It makes it feel that much better.
It was fun watching you guys along the sidelines. I was thinking of your perspective, you and the guys on the coaching staff. 105 points on the board in a title game like that. What was that like for you?
Well, all I could think about was how we just what's our next play call going to be? Because we're not going to worry about whether we can stop them or not. We just got to keep scoring. Because if we keep scoring, eventually we're going to win. And we had the best offense in Colorado, and we knew that, and we relied on it, and it got us a championship.
When you talk about the fact that you can keep scoring and you have the confidence to do so, what are the parts? Why are they so good as an offense?
Well, we're balanced up. We knew everybody's going to put everybody in the box and try to stop Max. But then we also knew we had 5 great wide receivers actually, and we were just excited to be able to let Ryan be Ryan, and he obviously did that.
Yeah, and he did it well too. I remember at the start of the season we talked about how the defense might be interesting, iffy, because you were replacing a lot of parts. They did enough to help you as a team get that championship. Let's mention the defense and what they accomplished.
Well, they did a great job. The championship game was just a crazy game, and Eagle Crest played great. Let's give them credit. Let's not just say our defense didn't play well. Our defense played as hard as they could play. Eagle Crest just played a little bit better, but we found a way as a team to win the game.
Yeah, and as a team, you did go through challenges, and it was a very interesting story within the 4 quarters. You dominated early. You jumped all over them. And then they crept back, and that's a credit to them, and eventually took over the lead. And then in the 4th quarter, you were nearly flawless. Why did that happen as the ebb and flow occurred?
Well, probably because we've been there 3 times, and we've been through this, and we know what it feels like to be down, and we know what it feels like to let somebody come back. But we didn't start thinking about, what's going to happen? We just kept playing. And I think that's the biggest thing is we didn't panic. Our kids just kept playing. We talked about it in the locker room. You got to take care of the ball, which we didn't do very well. You got to get the ball, which we did okay. But you also have to be able to handle adversity, and that's what we did the best, and that's how we got the win.
Do you remember your first thought when the clocks finally read 0?
Finally. And these kids deserve it.
Gotcha. And then, part of the charm of this, one, you're an entertaining football team, have been during the course of your 15 years. You're a small school with 1,400 kids, but yet you've got this brand identity, Big Black. Now that you're state champions, what is Big Black?
Big Black's a bunch of hard-working, tough kids that no matter who we're playing against, we're going to give you everything we got. And now we've got even better players, and we're going to be tough to beat.
All right, cool. Congratulations to you. Head coach Jay Madden. We also visited with Max Borghi and Ryan Marcus. We're at Pomona High School visiting with the state champs. Can't ever take that away. We can fade to black.